Okay, press the button. Ready? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Engine start. Ignition. Release the clamps. Go! So this is a microbit launch. I don't know what it is. It counts down and it pretends to launch a rocket, like a launch center type thing. I've got a motor bit here, which is normally for driving around little cars, but I'm just using the outputs on it handy because I'm actually not using the motor outputs. I'm just using this to drive a servo, and it's nice because it's got this nice big battery input here to power that servo, and the servo is powering this thing up here. And this thing up here, actually, it was a 3D printed grabby arm. Do you know, like in an arcade, you flip it upside down, like imagine this dangling from a string, and this opens and closes to pick up a teddy bear or something like that. I was actually walking around with a baby trying to figure out how I can pick things up with the baby not waking up or freaking out. So I was making various grabby arms, and this is one of these things I had from lying around. So it's just upside down, and yeah, the idea is you put this here, you press go on this yoke here. The grabby arms grab the rocket, and it counts down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I've also got like a NeoPixel LED hooked up there, which changes colors. And this motor bit has a speaker on it for the beep, 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 beep bit. And there, that's in the engines, and it releases the clamps, and, well, you know, at that point, you're supposed to take off. So the code for this looks like this. I've actually just set two variables open and closed to 90 and 120 because I couldn't remember what the servo open and closed was. I kept having to look back at it, so I just made closed equal to 90, and then later on I could just go servo right to open, you know. There you go. So and you count to 10 seconds. You can change that to however long you want the rocket to count down. And I made a variable called pitchy because the speaker actually makes like a kind of, well, it tries to make like an engine noise and really low, and it was off the keyboard. So I just found setting it to 90 hertz kind of made a buzzing noise. So yeah, and then the sets up a NeoPixel strip and sets the brightness. They are so bright, those NeoPixels. They're mad bright, like. And then what happens, I suppose, you press the A button, right? It clears the strip of any color. You close the hatch, I guess, what do we call them? The things that hold the rocket up. Wait a second. Power up to say the rocket's about to go. Change it to red. And then here's the countdown. So every second of the countdown, it does a beep, shows the count number. Count goes down by 1. And the white and red is the flash. So with every beep, it flashes. When it's ready to launch, it goes green. It says bading. And then it calls this function. The function over here, this is just basically what happens at launch sequence. So I tried to make like yellow for the launch kind of, I don't know, like the engine lights, you know, and then to go white. It looks really nice with all the lights off. And what's going on here as well is it opens up to release the rocket, and the pitch, I kind of wanted to go like I'm trying to like make an engine-y noise with a rubbishy buzzer. So I was just trying to just like vary the pitch, because on the piano you could just play one note and then the next note, but you're actually going up in hertz by, I don't know, what, like 10 or 20 hertz every time. So I wanted just like a more of, instead of like do, I wanted more like like that, sort of a gradual one. And so what I did was just decrease the pitch. Oh, I don't know why that should there twice. You didn't see that. By -2 if that's what I really wanted to do. To go down like 4 times, and then yeah, it was just it's just messing with it basically. And then it goes white at the end, and yeah, makes some noise. Okay, and then when it's all done to clean up and the launch is over, I set the strip color back to black. Black actually means off. I also click clear. Now you think they'll do the same thing, but sometimes clear doesn't work. So for whatever reason, so I just made it black. which is the same as off. So it's off, doubly off, and then setting the brightness back to 0. Because actually at launch, I turned the brightness up to max to give that kind of full like engine flame trench effect. So that is it. That's all the code. And then, you know, it resets at the end. So you don't, yeah, it all goes back to normal.
I had to hold it so it don't fall over.
There we go. You can let go now. You can let go.